Today is a great day. I've just been informed I'm getting my SVJ back. And as you can see, I'm playing F1 Manager in the background, as I always do. But yeah, so I got a call from Lamborghini. They said my SVJ is ready. He actually sent me a emoji saying mission complete. Let me show you actually. So this is how they told me I'm getting my car back. He sent me a little GIF saying mission complete, and I don't blame them. They have been working at it. It's a 50-hour job. They managed to complete that job alone in just under a week and a half. So Lamborghini Pangborn and the guys down there, they just absolutely killed it. Did an amazing job, as always. You might be thinking, oh, if they did it in a week and a half, how come you haven't had your car for about 3 months? And it's not their fault. Basically in August, the Lamborghini factory takes time off, and then all of their workers are on holiday, so it takes ages to get any parts out. Also, with everything that's going on in the world with the semiconductor delay and so on and so forth, the part that they needed for my car was just being held up and held up and held up, so it took forever. But it finally arrived last week. I got a call from Italy and they were like, your car is arriving next week. That's a terrible Italian accent. So my car is 10 miles away. I'm tracking it with the Apple Find My app. So yeah, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. I'm so excited. It almost feels as if I'm getting the car for the first time again. That's how crazy this is. But yeah, I'm just excited, as you can tell, because I've missed my car, my B12. I've missed the sound of you, baby. In the meantime, I've had the Huracan Evo still out there on my drive. I've loved every second of it. I've ordered one now, so that should be arriving next year, April, I believe. It was just such an amazing car. It was a great experience to try an Evo. I had a Huracan Performante before. They were quite a different feel. The Evo feels more dailyable and it feels more drivable on like normal streets. So it'll be fun to have one. I've ordered it in all black. I went cheap mode, so I had all black everything, yellow interior, yellow brakes. That's pretty much how I've done it. But yeah, it's gonna be sad to see it go. In fact, let me give you guys one last look at the amazing Huracan Evo that I've been using whilst my SVJ's been away. I've done about 4,000 miles in this, and it's been amazing every step of the way. Oh, it does look gorgeous. I can't wait to get one. I can imagine it next to my SVJ. It's gonna be sick. But yeah, my car's close, so I'm gonna get ready, put on a hoodie, because it's raining. Oh, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm getting it for the first time. This is crazy. Oh, anyway, see you in a minute. So here she comes. My car's here, I'm so gassed. My car's here. Oh my God, my baby, my baby. Ah, she's a pretty gal. So they're gonna drop it here, slide it down. Oh my goodness, I've missed you. I've missed you so much. Wow. There she blows. I just haven't seen it in so long. It's such a special moment for me. Of course it starts raining now, but nothing can down my spirits. Oh, what's this? The old gal. Look at the clearance. You're not stuck there. So that's it. My car is back. My SVJ. It's there, and I am ecstatic. I don't know what to say. It just feels like a dream. The Evo's still there. They said I should keep the Evo until I know that I'm definitely happy with everything with this car. There's only one minor issue that I've seen, and it's just basically the MOT wasn't done, so I'm gonna have to get it taken back up there. But yeah, other than that, it's perfect. They've done a great job. Even where my wheels were curved from where it was put on the low loader last time, they fixed that as well. It's raining now, that's why I'm standing underneath this cover. But I'm trying to figure out if I should put it in my garage. It's already raining, so there's no point low key, but yeah, let me just put it in the garage. So yeah, I've calmed down now. It's the next day again. My lovely SVJ's back. I've got the cars outside because I was cleaning the garage. Yeah, I'm so happy. Look at it, so pretty. Yeah, so the gearbox sensor went on my SVJ. I've explained it on TikTok. I'm not sure if I explained it on YouTube. I was driving along the road basically, and my gearbox stopped changing gear. They had to recover it from the side of the road. They took it back to Lamborghini. They sent it back to me. A fuse had blown, so they changed the fuse, sent it back to me. No issues. Then 3 weeks later, the same thing happened again, at around the same place. So I was a bit like, oh no, what do I do? So they've taken it away, they took out the gearbox, ran some tests on it, and they found out 2 cables were touching each other and the car needed a new gearbox sensor because of that. So they ordered a new gearbox sensor, but it had to come all the way from Italy. And in Italy, for some reason, the Lamborghini dealer. So in Italy, in August, the Lamborghini factory actually closes. So wait, why is my lens so dirty? A bit better. So yeah, the Lamborghini factory closes in Italy in August. So I had this Huracan Evo courtesy car for about 3 months whilst they were waiting for the parts and everything so they can fit it to that car. So they've done it now, it's back. I haven't taken it for a drive. We realized when it got back here that it needs an MOT. So they're coming back to collect it. They're going to do the MOT. It should take about an hour and then send it back to me. But yeah, it's awesome. I haven't been able to like drive it on the street yet because obviously no MOT. You can't drive a car on the street when it hasn't got one, which is basically the UK's like car health check. I thought I'll show you guys some of the details because you on my YouTube have never seen this car. But yeah, this is my SVJ. It's in Verde Mantis, which is green. It's like a metallic green, as you can see. It's PPF'd all over the car, so even this is PPF. That's why there's a little bit of a ridge. The car's got the full carbon skin, so carbon on the rear, carbon on the sides, carbon on the, what's this thing called? Skirt, and carbon on the front splitter, and the rear diffuser is carbon. Fun fact, this rear diffuser is 20 grand apparently, if you want to buy it by itself. I've got the red brake calipers, and my interior is the red SVJ interior. I think when I can take the car on the road, I'll do like a proper video explaining everything, explaining the car. But for now, you can get like marvel at it, I guess. My Aventador SVJ Super Veloce Jota, which means super fast in Italian, is the Super Veloce, and Jota just designates it as like a racing standard car. Anyway, 770 horsepower, naturally aspirated V12 engine. There's the engine that you cannot access unless you take this whole piece off. You've got like little locks there to do so. It's got inboard suspension like a race car, so it feels race car. It's also got the ALA system like in the Performante that I spoke about a few videos ago, so it can channel air through here into the spoiler, which is hollow, and out here, and what that can do is stall the spoiler to reduce drag or vector the downforce onto one side of the car or the other. It also has it on the front like the Performante, which is here, so these flaps open and close and channel air from underneath the car over the car to reduce drag or to vector downforce. So yeah, this is the 2.0 version, whereas the Performante was just the 1.0. I actually don't know what the differences are between this one and the Performante one, but it feels nice. I had an Aventador S before, and there's a notable difference in driving this one compared to the Aventador S. There's a lot more downforce on this one. You can actually feel the downforce, whereas the Aventador S, you got faster and faster and it started to feel a bit more sketchy. This just feels more hunkered down. The Aventador S was more of a cruising car, whereas this one, you can really, really drive it hard. It's still a big car, still a heavy car. It's wide, like wide as a bus. Well, that's how it feels anyway. You can't go through width restrictions in London, so you have to be very mindful where you drive. It's a low car, like the Huracan is a low car. Both cars have nose lift, but the Aventador's nose lift to go over bumps is hydraulic, so it's a lot faster to go up and down, whereas this one is an air pump. I think they did that to save weight. The Aventador also feels nicer to drive on long distance and motorway journeys. It's got a longer wheelbase, a significantly longer wheelbase than the Huracan does. So that means they eats up bumps a lot better, whereas this one tends to bounce more and more the faster you go, so that can be quite like uncomfortable. This one, the faster you go, it just continues feeling smooth, which is nice. The Huracan has 20-inch at the front, 20-inch at the back. This has staggered 20 and 21s. I don't know why this is now turned to a comparison video, but why not? Let me compare the two cars for you. So the Aventador V12 engine again, this has a V10. This one puts out 640 horsepower, the Huracan Evo, and the Aventador puts out 770 horsepower. That's Italian horsepower, so the way they measure it's a bit different. So I think that works out as 760 and 630 respectively. The Aventador is significantly lower than the Huracan is. I'll try and give you a quick rudimentary demonstration. The Aventador goes up to my hip, as you can see there, whereas the Evo goes up to probably about my stomach area. So there's probably about this much in it, this much in it, but it feels really significant when you're in the car. The Aventador, I prefer to drive. It feels more special. It feels more like a supercar. It feels more unique, and it has more road presence than the Evo does. Cars have central exit exhausts, as you can see there. This sounds way better though. I'll do a sound comparison for you guys. This car's nice. It's okay to drive. It just doesn't feel as special. The Evo just doesn't feel as special as the Aventador. The Aventador just feels more like, yes, I'm in a supercar. I'm in something special. This tends to, like, you can forget that you're in a supercar if you're driving this for a while. Whereas this, it just doesn't let you forget. It's got a single clutch gearbox. This has a dual clutch gearbox. That means the shifts in here are a lot more brutal, but the shifts in here are a lot smoother and quicker. But this just feels as quick when you're on the limit. But driving around town, you would much rather have this. Single clutch gearboxes are renowned for being very finicky. The one in this one, it is like the most finicky gearbox I've ever driven in a car with. So the car has no creep. So when your foot's off the accelerator, unlike most like automatic gearboxes, it doesn't just creep forward by itself. It needs throttle input, so in traffic it can be very frustrating. This one does creep, which is a nice bonus feature. This one also has an automatic system that's a lot better to use than in this one. I mean, don't get it twisted. The automatic systems in the Lamborghinis are terrible. I always drive with the paddles. But if you're around town, you want to be in Strada, if it's nighttime, you don't want to wake people up, you want to put in Strada and you want to just creep around or cruise somewhere, the auto mode works okay in this one, whereas in this one, just don't use it. It won't work. It'll stress you out. Drive for the paddles. Forgive the mess inside this Evo, but as you can see, the Evo interior that I've showed you before is a very comfortable place to be. It's got a mix between Alcantara and leather seats, digital driver's display, modern infotainment system that was updated for the Evo out of what was in the Performante in the original Huracan. The interior is quite small and quite cramped, but it is a very modern interior by Lamborghini standards. It feels nice to be in. Sorry about the construction sound, by the way. It feels nice to be in. Apple CarPlay, everything you need. Digital driver's display. Great looking steering wheel where you can change the modes here. Sorry about the construction noise, that just started out of nowhere. So yeah, this is the interior of my Aventador, which you haven't seen if you're a subscriber or viewer of the channel. The Aventador interior is a lot bigger than the Evo interior. It feels shorter because it rides shorter, but it is a nice interior to be, especially over long distances. It's not that bad. I have the comfort seats in my SVJ, which I recommend anyone looking to get a Lamborghini should get. Sorry about the dog. Like, every sound is just appearing now, which is really frustrating. But this being the SVJ is about performance, so there's a lot of carbon everywhere. As you can see, carbon there, carbon here, grip tape on the floor. So it isn't as luxurious, I would say, as the Evo, but it does the job. Infotainment system is the same infotainment system they've been using since 2011 in the original Aventador. However, in this model, it has CarPlay and it is slightly updated. It is terrible though, so just use the CarPlay. It also has Android Auto, as does the Huracan. But again, the interior of the Aventador is a lot more stripped back. The regular Aventador, compared to this SVJ, has a few more features. That noise is really annoying, so I'm gonna continue filming once that noise has stopped. If it ever stops, I don't know, it's construction.
But here is a sound test of the Huracan versus the Aventador. Enjoy.
So the noise has stopped now and my car's running, so a different noise has started. Let me give you this is what my car sounds like on idle. Don't you just love that? V12 Verbal. So I moved my car into the garage because I felt like I was getting a head cold, so I had to bring it inside. Let me turn it off. So yeah, car's in the garage now. It's a lot quieter, so I can talk to you. I felt like I was getting a head cold. I got out of the shower and anyway, sorry about the poor etiquette, but I have my hoodie on. I'm just really cold for some reason. But yeah, my car's back. Just put it in the garage back for the first time. I have to take it down to Lamborghini tomorrow. Thought I had a curved wheel. So let me talk you through a few things that I'll be doing in this car over the next few months. I'm gonna be wrapping it, so I'm gonna wrap the roof black, and I'm also going to wrap the engine bay black, but like up to like these points here, so that it's like green around this area and then green in the center. But this will be black and down here will be black and whatnot. And I'm also going to be doing the sides so that the black goes up to here, so it'll be like black here, but you still see the green outline, which should look pretty cool. I got the inspiration from the 63 model SVJs, which was the limited edition version of this limited edition car. They only built 63 of those in the world. So yeah, it should be pretty cool. I'm hoping to get that done with my friend in the next few weeks. Other than that, car's in the garage. I'm gonna put it on trickle charge because the batteries in these are very small, but to save weight. So yeah, they lose charge quite easily. So I'm gonna put it on trickle charge, let it sit overnight. I haven't driven this car in ages. One thing I did notice is I forgot how spongy the Aventador brake is until you get like near the end, which is quite frustrating. So I might speak to them tomorrow and see if they can do anything about that. My previous Aventador S had the same thing. I think it's just like the design of the way they've done the brake system. I want to know if anything can be done to help or improve that, or if not, it is what it is. But yeah, excited to have it back. If you have any questions, let me know. Guys, I'm just excited. That's why I've done this video, wasting your time. But I hope you enjoyed it. The Huracan's going back on Saturday. I said I'm not going to give that back until everything's done with this car. So yeah, looking forward to more videos and more fun with my Aventador SVJ. Let me show you plugging it in with the trickle charger actually. So I gave my trickle charger to my friend. He's on his Aston because his Aston battery kept dying. And I keep it in this bag. I need to tidy up my garage. Someone's coming to redo everything. So ignore how bad the garage looks right now. Is going to get improved. Like I want it to be like a Formula 1 garage, if you know what I'm saying. So very pristine, very clean. Where is the wall socket in this garage? Oh, I see it. Yeah, so very clean and pristine, and then I want to put a lot of cool features in, like I'm gonna put a TV on the wall, chairs in the corner, maybe a little table for my DJ decks. Not entirely sure yet. Let me plug this in, jeez. Squeeze past. So yeah, the Lamborghini charger, the trickle charger, is this one here. It's made from carbon fiber, and it's bloody expensive if you don't get it with your car. So this Aventador SVJ I got didn't have one with it, so luckily I had this from my Performante days. So I've been using it. Yeah. So basically, I forgot about this, it's been so long. So it comes with crocodile clips, right? But I don't want to be taking off the back of the car every time to plug it in, because the back doesn't have a engine cover that just lifts up on struts. It's actually one panel that you have to remove and put on the floor or put on a table or something. So I came up with the idea to cut the wire of a C-Tech charger, and my friend Tian helped me do this as well to make it neat, because he does electric stuff. He's not an electrician, but he does electric stuff. And then what I did was then connect each wire to the positive and the negative of the crocodile clips, and I made a bootleg cigarette lighter charger, and it works perfectly fine. So yeah, I think you can actually get the Lamborghini socket, but I haven't been able to obtain one. I've spoken to a few people, so I had to just make it myself. And then you just plug it into this 12-volt socket here, 12-volt socket here. When you plug it into this 12-volt socket, the charger will say connected, and then it'll give you an idea of how much charge the battery in, and then it should say charging like that. Oh, so the battery's in good condition. It's not very charged right now, but cool. Gonna leave that overnight and head out tomorrow.